at it. We back at it. We back at it. We back at it.
Ready? Alright, welcome back to Black at It. I'm just joking.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. First of all, before we get started, just remember to like, share, subscribe. What else they say?
Share, subscribe.
Tell your mom.
Like.
Tell your mama, your sister, your cousin.
Your daddy.
Thank you for the support as well.
Oh yeah, for
We
sure.
appreciate it so much.
Y'all showed out on that last episode. Y'all nasty.
Yeah,
Y'all nasty.
yeah,
I'm gonna be
100%.
honest, y'all nasty. But anyway. So alright, so before we kick off today's episode, which should be really good, we have to get our word of the day. So whenever you hear this word, you have to take a sip of whatever your beverage of choice. I think we got Chardonnay today.
Chardonnay.
All
We
right.
don't plug them too much. Well, that's not even a brand, so we good. Chardonnay. It's a
Right.
Yeah, my bad.
Right.
Hey, I'm good.
She look like ain't no free advertising over here.
Right. Black at it
Why
wine.
not? I love it. That's why we here. Love it. Alright, Jess, so what is the word of the day?
The word of the day is money.
Oh, money. I like that one. All right, so the topic of the day is going to be. Wait, did I introduce myself?
No, you didn't.
did
Please,
not.
what is your name,
for
ma'am?
those of you who don't know, I am Shakayla, and we have.
Chulo.
Jessica, aka Jess, aka Diane.
Wow. Just kidding. All right, so the topic of today, we are going to be discussing something that I've seen a lot on our timelines, because I was in this conversation. Gender roles, like from the littlest, smallest things, like who pays for a date, to whatever else we decide to talk about. We're gonna unpack that. So let's start. This is your episode, Jess. This is the topic you wanted to discuss. So
I did, because it's a very important topic.
She might get spicy.
She
She couldn't wait. Her list got 20 questions on it.
When did this start? What happened to you?
So should a man be the provider? And that goes, we're gonna start off with should in the dating world, like should he be
Like
the
pay for the date?
The provider of the so I could start because I'm a man, so yes.
I guess he'll pay for the date and taking charge, taking the lead.
Right.
Should the man do that?
Right.
On the first date, or
Yeah, because it won't happen if we don't do it. That's the truth of the matter is. If
right, so who sets the tone?
we set the tone because we initiate the conversation. We ask for the number, and most times, we set aside, we say ask, do you like this restaurant? Do we say what time we're going? Like that's mostly the guide. Even when we get there, most of the times we're paying for the meal.
So when shouldn't you?
When shouldn't you?
When do you feel like it's appropriate to be like, nah, fuck this, you got it?
when she shows you that she doesn't respect your efforts.
Is that happening on the first date, or you mean like subsequent dates?
You hope it doesn't happen on the first date, cause
that
like
means
damn,
she
it's like,
disrespectful,
you
like, she
wild
not
disrespectful.
like,
Like I'm never seeing you ever again. Like and you paying. I'm getting low. You gonna hear the car
I
scratching.
left the date.
Yeah.
In the middle of it, he ain't know.
Oh, you left the date?
I had to.
Oh,
He
what
was
happened?
getting on my. Anyway, this.
Yeah, no,
We'll come back around. So
but
you
nah,
feel
definitely you're gonna provide. The guy's gonna provide the ambiance, the vibe, the money for the first time out. But it's always cool when you play the check dance with a woman, like she acts like she's gonna pay, and you're like, you know what, I got it.
Okay,
It's definitely a check dance because it's cat.
I don't like that. No, okay,
it's cat.
keep going. Sorry.
Good.
I just want to say something so bad.
No, you gotta say it then.
So here's my thing about this whole thing. And
Okay.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
But I feel like, okay, so, I was married for a little while, whatever. I feel like I got out of the dating game and then came back in, and it was just this whole other world where there's these weird-ass understandings and, like, cliche, weird-ass things, like the check dance. If I go on a date, I am fully prepared to pay for my shit.
You should be.
And yours if I wanted to. Not gonna do it, but I could. The worst case scenario, I'll split it. But I feel like what I would like is I don't want to have that conversation with them. if it's a man that I'm genuinely interested in, I don't want to have the conversation. Like, when the check comes, because first of all, 9 times out of 10, just because I'm not a person that typically shoots my shot every night, but 9 times out of 10, I don't shoot my shot. So you invited me here, you wanted my attention, now you got it. What are you gonna do with it? So to me, now that we are here, it should be just smooth transactions all the way around. So if you know, you pay for dinner or whatever, and like, let's say we're going bowling, I might go and, you know, get some food because I'm hungry, and you gotta eat too, and I'm gonna just pay for it. It's not a conversation. It shouldn't be a conversation.
No, I shouldn't. But you just perfect to saying you prepared to pay. A lot of women go out and they're prepared to pay nothing.
Birds.
Like you the reason they ate today. You the reason they ate today. And I'm saying, like, it's a demographic. It's a demographic of women. Like, if they go out with you are the main reason they ate today, and you could tell.
Like, bitch, you can't cook.
Evidently not.
That's basic necessity. That's survival.
You would think so. Like,
I feel bad for y'all. Y'all gotta read if the woman is a bird or not.
Oh yeah, 100%. But you can tell.
It's signs.
It's signs.
But when do you not see those signs? Like when she fine.
That
you are fat ass. That's gotta be it. It takes. You can have it all.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, it just takes longer for you to get to that point where it's like, all right, I don't want to deal with this no more.
So, do you appreciate a woman who offers to pay? Well, do you feel like if she offers to pay like the second or third date that she's interested?
Yes, because you appreciate my hard-earned money that I work for to come spend time with you. Because really, I'm paying for your time. Like, the meal don't even be that much.
Right.
It don't be that much until later on, until we are maybe exclusive, or I like you more. That's when you really start paying, like, spending money.
I've had men spend lots of money on the first date, and unfortunately,
you didn't like him.
I didn't like him in that way, but I actually really, really, really did like him. I wanted us to be friends, and I hate that was what he had in his head.
He was trying to impress.
That's why I never do that shit. That's why I never do that shit.
But we could have been.
It's not smart.
Because he'll never get his head out of that space. But I would have loved to chill with him. Sorry, we could have went on dates. Like, I mean,
all
like
that chilling is free too. Chilling is free as well. I don't mean to cut you off. You keep going.
No, but I'm listening.
Yeah. If that's why I feel like if a woman likes you, there's not a dollar amount that you have to spend on her for her to have a good time.
We can sit in I'm always like that. That's why when men are trying to be all flashy, like, I appreciate it because you're letting me know the value you see in me. Or you on some other shit and you think I'm a bird, and then you think like dancing money in front of my face. I'll pay for my own shit and leave this motherfucker, and we'll never talk to each other again. I don't care.
I respect that.
You know what I mean?
I respect that. And he's probably doing that because it's worked for him before.
It's worked for him before, but then you, like, the men that want to flash the money, like, to get a woman's attention, deserve the woman, the birds. Yeah. The one woman who, you know, that's all it took.
Yeah.
I want to see who you are. I'm here now. We grown. What's up? Don't bring your representative. Do not come in here and show me what you think. We should both have the same purpose of getting to know each other. We can do that in a movie theater.
100%.
We can do it at Ruth's Chris,
100%.
or we can do it, you know,
Applebee's.
Yeah, Virgin Island.
You say the Virgin Islands? That's definitely not a first date. Definitely not a first date. Hey, listen. All right. Nah. But I say if you get flued out, you busting it. You better, because you know what energy that come out.
Like I said, if I have to pay for my own shit,
you better pay for that ticket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Too late,
Pay for that ticket. Most definitely.
We can get separate rooms though. Anyway.
Yeah. As far as gender roles are concerned, like, as far as money, would y'all date a man who makes less money than y'all?
Yes, but it can't. Well,
it's hard now that you're older, right? Because before it's kind of like, I see your potential, or you have to have
no potential. No.
Potential's a whole nother thing. Like, you can.
Go ahead.
I, for one, don't believe in potential when it comes to dating because, I mean, we live in the present moment. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if you don't see it, I can't see it.
Right.
I agree with that.
Right.
If you can't live up to your potential, I mean.
Right. No, I feel that.
So, I mean, it depends. Like, if it's a significant difference, what comes with that is insecurity.
Okay.
It can.
What if he the most confident nigga ever?
And you ain't got no money.
But what I'm saying is, like, it's a way that you can deliver in other areas besides having to pay for everything.
Like,
right.
If she's financially like,
yeah, if she's financially right, if let's say she makes a significant amount more than him, what else would you need? Your bills are paid, everything. But if he makes you feel good, if he helps you in your house, if he comes and fix shit in your crib, like there's an exchange there.
I like that.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think it would depend on how she's getting that significant amount of difference of money.
Right.
Like if she's hard working and she's got to pull off a bunch of jobs and shit like that.
Right.
And you only got like you can fix my sink. Like I don't.
No, it's definitely exchange because if say you come home after a hard day of work, he pull up, he come rub your feet or something. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that.
I'm not willing to do. Now, if I made a bunch of money off of selling books or selling products or a podcast or something like that, then it doesn't feel like we're not. It doesn't feel like we're unequally yoked because it didn't take. All it took was me being who I am. I monetized that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if it's physical labor and I'm doing that and you ain't got no job, but you in here fixing.
You ain't got no
shit,
job, man.
Like,
Y'all didn't tell me.
I can hire somebody to do that. I ain't fucking you. We ain't getting married.
She said, "I hire a plumber. I don't need you to fix my sink."
Well,
that's all you have to offer.
My thing is, everyone needs to be self-sufficient and come
100%.
together
Nah, I
as
feel
a
you.
team.
You don't want no grown ass nigga sleeping on your couch. Like,
no.
Like you don't want that. Not for like. Because you don't want it to be a long period of time where you sit and have to take care of someone.
It feels like another child.
It feels like another child. 100%.
Like I cannot be around. And I have been the breadwinner. I have been, the person that maybe makes a little bit more, and that did come with insecurity. So it really was kind of unfortunate because I saw their potential, but like she said,
if you don't see it, it's no point.
Then it's no point, and you're like raising a grown ass man,
right. And I'm not doing
and
that.
I'm not.
So with that being said, fellas, hold your shit together. Like, make sure you have all your shit, all your ducks in a row before you even decide to be dating a woman, because she may women as well, but as far as the fellas, like you may get away with it for the time being, but she's gonna figure out that you're a bum at some point in time.
Oh my god!
So just have your shit together. Like, even if you don't have it now, like focus on yourself. Then don't focus on like getting women, because eventually she's gonna look at you differently if she find out you don't have no drive, you don't have no ambition.
That is important to me. Even before I go on a date, I can look at especially what people put out on social media. That's what they want to be in the forefront of. Right. That's their representative, and hopefully it's great for me because I could just be like, nope, ain't gonna do it.
And social media, it fucks a lot of this up, because you can be whoever you want to be on social media. I may pull up.
As soon as we get on that phone, I can feel all your, and not even as soon as we get on the phone, I'm pretty good at reading energy, so like I can see the inconsistencies in the facade that you created. Right. So that's just me, but there are some people that might be like, oh, it's the car, I don't care about none of that shit, nigga. Who are you?
Right.
Well, make your presence known. Why are we here?
Yeah, 100%.
So to sum it up, do y'all feel like the man in a domestic situation, you feel like it should be a team and not just the man providing everything?
Yeah, it should be a team, because as far as like me providing, right? I know how to take care of myself, so I'm gonna innately provide for my spouse.
That's a real man statement. I'm gonna just say I've heard it a few times, and that is, you can tell the difference.
Do you mean pay all the bills?
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh,
that's not what I mean.
Do that, I'm open now.
Nah, no disrespect to anybody who chooses to do that in their home. Everybody's relationship is different.
Right.
But as far as how I see my life going, I don't want to have to pay all the bills, specifically for the reason that you should be bringing something else to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to help me. Like, it's other than vagina. You should be able to help me. Like, vagina is everywhere, but stability is not. So it's like,
that's her word. That should be your word, bitch.
Stability is not. And I need to know, like, what if something happens to me? What if I fall ill? Like, how you gonna hold it down? Like, it has to be equal. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why money. I get when you're saying you don't want somebody to make less than you. It's more of about is that person your equal or not?
Are they ambitious? Are they capable? Are they content?
Are they
here where we have to struggle? If struggle is on the table, which I've been there before, so I understand it. And I got to a point where I was like, I don't like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at the end of the day, even if my man was like, look, babe, you ain't gotta work no more. Like, just sit on your ass and look pretty all day.
Right.
I'm not doing that. Like, I'd be like, thank you, but I'm working on my book.
100%.
I'm working on all of my dreams. I'm building us a bigger bag. Like, that's what I'm thinking of the whole time. But if you got somebody be like, okay, and they over there just maxing out shit, like, can I have some more?
And to be quite honest, your red flag should go up if your man is saying don't do nothing, because it's more of a control.
That's what she was saying earlier.
It's like he knows you gonna be here at a certain time and you're not gonna move and this because you're not going nowhere.
Money,
unless he believes in you, that's the fairy tale I live in.
Nah, if he's funding the aspiration, the dream of yours, if he's giving you the muscle money to start a business, that's a whole nother thing.
Right. Oh, babe, I like this. You probably take that out. That's
building.
That is
for both of y'all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly,
so
and he understands that it's gonna take more or whatever. That to me, that's the only thing I would ever sign up for. Otherwise, I will be single for fucking ever.
No, I get it. I understand.
If it's just not a organic, like, organic interaction. I pick you up where you fall down. You pick me up where I fall down. And with our powers combined.
Right.
Two is better than one.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, it has to be an equal exchange.
Kids can feel that too.
And with that being said, like, I growing up, I had a neighbor who he took care of the home. Well, I'm not sure of his income, but I know that the wife went to work and he stayed home. He took care of the kids. He did the maintenance on the house. Like he did all of the.
He's like a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, he's like a stay-at-home dad. Is that something that y'all could ever do, or could y'all even understand that kind of dynamic in a relationship?
I could. Again, it goes back to if it wasn't like I didn't mow lawns and I got rich off of mowing lawns. Like, I'm not doing that.
Getting rich off of mowing lawns is wild. Like,
what kind of lawnmower do you
listen,
have?
it's $1 million lawn right there. It's gold under that grass.
You've been hired to keep it safe.
Yeah, facts.
$1 million a day, my nigga. So, if it wasn't hard labor, I would be fine with it. If I'm not like a nurse or a doctor or whatever, that's just like I get paid for hours and I'm losing time with you. Like, it's not worth it. No, because you could easily go out and work at motherfucking McDonald's. I don't give a shit. But you have to like take some of this weight off my plate. Like, no, we can't all eat here. I mean, we could, but
I get
but
that.
if we sold a book, or like if black people would just tap into their brains and their talents or whatever, and then they start making millions of dollars off of what we're worth, easily. If I shoot off, when I shoot off or whatever, I wouldn't mind.
I like how you did that when.
Right. Speak it.
You have to speak it into existence. I posted this the other day. It's like, remove fear from your decision making. And you have to do that, because if you lead with fear, you're putting bad energy.
I saw that. I loved it. I agree.
You're putting bad energy on whatever it is, so you already think in your head it's gonna fail.
It's already like it's the opposite of an affirmation.
Exactly.
If you say it the wrong way. Like, I've been really mindful of that shit. Like, for a while, I learned that a while ago, and it's just like, okay, not try. We are already doing.
Because you're confusing the universe. Because if you put it out there, the universe is gonna give you what you work for. Okay. But you confuse.
Mind over matter.
100%. So could you be in a relationship like that? Going back to that question.
So it would be difficult because I like to cook. I have a slight OCD, so I like to clean myself. I guess I would have to build trust with my partner. Like,
if you come home and the shit spotless, it's like, all right.
Right. Like, okay.
I trust this nigga.
You got it. But I want to cook sometimes too. But it's
she's like, oh, you use Clorox? You use the bleach?
I think that there are certain type of people that, like, the men that throw money, like, try to like tease women with money, deserve birds. I feel like good.
You get
they're meant for each other.
You got the birds.
You get what you
so
get.
You can't act surprised or nothing. This bitch gonna be lazy. She can't cook. She probably don't even own her kids.
I'm gonna be real. You saying that reminds me of something that Joe Budden said. He said the trajectory of your life can change depending on the woman you choose to pursue.
But I get that, but you are still the man. You are still the man making the choice.
That's what he's saying. Like, you have to make the decision whether I am going to put my interest in other attributes opposed to
I'll take it. I'll take it.
what she looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at some point it has to get past what she looks like. Because
And what kind of man are you that will be okay with just oh, she pretty and?
Well, I mean, listen, at the beginning stages, at the immaturity stages, that's what catches you.
I'm talking about these grown ass men out here.
Yeah,
doing
of course,
that
but you
shit.
start immature. Everybody starts immature.
My immaturity never included just liking somebody because of how they look. Never. I cannot even think. I can think back to 6 with my first crush. It was the pastor's son. It was how he talked.
He got a 401k. No.
Oh, that's big.
Like, this nigga 12. What you like?
He wasn't 12. He was older. A lot older. So I know what I was talking about even then. I've been old for a
So
long
it wasn't
time.
just, so there was no point in time when you was younger, like,
I just think he fine, yes, but do I want, like, if I thought about, okay, you're talking about 12, or when it got to the point of me actually dating and allowing somebody to court me, it's never about looks. It was not.
Never?
Whoa.
Wait a
Don't
fucking
say that.
minute.
Don't say
Everybody
that.
calm down.
That's big cap.
Relax.
Big cap.
What I'm saying is, that was not the only thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it was to the point where maybe your looks made me, like, say hey to you.
Right.
If you was like, sup, bruh, that was it for me. You not finna sup, bruh, me.
Well, I say bruh a lot. So.
That'll get her, like, she was like, what's up? But you know what? With that being said, women are and have to be a lot more selective with the men that they choose. Not saying we don't have to, but we don't always. We don't always practice that.
I would see the immaturity in that.
Yeah,
the fact that you even would choose a woman based on like sometimes, okay, be honest, have y'all ever decided not to date a person or take a person seriously based off of their track record? Like if they had a serious relationship where it was on where you could see or you just knew of it, but the type of person that they were serious with was like, yeah, I ain't touching that shit. I don't want to come behind it.
Yeah, but that's why I don't ask.
It's just me.
I don't ask. That's the thing. I don't ask questions that I don't want to know the answer to.
See it. Like this person, like when people are married and they're like, oh, this is our 2nd year anniversary, or they've been together for a long time and they're posting it. It's a small, like within Raleigh, it's pretty small.
Well, let me ask you this: you have never dated someone looking back saying, "Damn, I wouldn't do that again."
Yeah, of course.
But it wasn't because of that.
No, but you grew. You see what I'm saying? So, that was you then, and that's who you like then. It doesn't mean that's who you are today. Right. Because I wouldn't want nobody to judge me on the shit that my exes do now in present day.
You right. I had one pop in mind, but how much years of growth?
No, but
that's
but
judge. It could be your last.
Yeah, but just judge how you feel about me on me. And I'm gonna practice that with the women that I talk to because I don't care about who you dealt with before. I don't want to know that shit. That's why I don't ask body count. I don't ask none of that shit.
That's immature.
Because you reach a level of why you want to know. You know what I'm saying? Why does it matter? You trying to get to know me, so why does any of that matter to you?
Exactly. Maybe I'm thinking about it in a way. We would have to be able to get to a point of having that conversation because how fresh it is also matters to me. So that can't your last relationship can't be with a hood nigga or like with some. Ain't nothing wrong with hood niggas. Let me just go ahead and preface what I'm about to say with that.
Yeah, you gotta knock it off.
I dated hood niggas. I love one now that is like like not to where like I want to be with them. We gonna cut this whole shit out.
Listen, I mean, shit. Anyway, hood
hood
niggas is winning. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why you
Are
can't
they?
say. Yeah, like let's not.
Then you have your own. They are winning in their own regard. That has not, just because I don't want.
I don't want the shit that comes with it.
I feel like karma is a motherfucker, and that kind of shit. Like, do you? I am not judging. I don't think I'm better. I'm just different. This is not my vibration.
Yeah.
So but there is one like Anyway, I'm not talking about that because it has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Am I done?
Y'all got off track.
That's fuck. Like, how are we here now?
No, but you just gotta base. You guys gotta base who you're talking to on a case to case basis. Don't go too much off.
If you are dating, okay, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm gonna speak for Shakayla. Mm-hmm. Okay, if a man is in my inbox and he had this public, obvious relationship with women who are get money, fucking nigga, fly me out, give me $40, middle fingers and shit, like all that shit. I'm not coming behind that. You got it, sir. There was
but
something
maybe
about that.
he has matured.
Thank
Do
you,
you want $40?
Thank you, Diane.
I mean,
no,
I don't need it. But if you wanna,
6 months or a year, how much have you actually matured to where that was ever? I'm not taking back. I said what I said.
I get it.
If it's been, it would have to be that's who you dated in high school and now we're grown.
Mm-hmm.
If it's been 6 months to a year, at some point that mentality attracted you. And like I said, it is very rare that I'm wrong about people. You showed me who you are at some point. So we might get in this relationship. I'm judging you for who you are, and then all of a sudden you might slip out the word bitch or start cheating and thinking that that's normal because that is the mentality that shit comes with. Right. How are you fucking surprised?
Right. Not for you. Bringing it back to gender roles, it's the guy's role to make the woman feel comfortable in the whole relationship, which also encompasses don't let her meet none of your exes. I'm telling you, it's gonna be problems. You see, she's telling you everything.
First of all,
I'm just saying, because honestly, if you've grown and you're not the type of person that would attract the type of woman, you've changed. Completely. Listen, protect your peace, bro. Like, if this is the woman you dealing with now, like,
there will be no remnants. That's all I'm saying. So if you are truly matured and stuff, there will be no remnants.
What do you mean?
There would be no remnants. There wouldn't be like we're at the table and you like, are you gonna pay or are you gonna pay? Like, it wouldn't be. It's just certain footprints that are left with a certain mentality. So once you completely change it, I could give examples, but it'll be something else. Right. So once you completely change that mentality, your whole walk, your aura is different. Your vibration is different. You don't you repel people that you used to attract.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
So
I'm not gonna go into it, but shit, you see the man I am today. It's some shit I've done in the past that will probably go against that.
And I don't have no remnants of it.
As well as I.
But
that's all I'm saying. So if you're dealing with a man who you like today, present day, it ain't about meeting his exes. It ain't about judging him off of what he's done 2-3 years ago. It's not about judging him off of any of that. It's about how he treats you, how he makes you feel.
All of that's obvious. I get that, but what I'm saying is, whatever you've been through, I've been through some shit. I dealt with a fuck nigga because I had never met nobody like that. I had no idea. My thing is, the reason we can talk and relate, I don't have no I've seen your social media. I've heard your music. Like, the most I can get to know you within the confines of what you provided. Us.
Right.
There's no remnants that you've been through some fuck shit. Right. Not saying that you should be embarrassed or that you're not allowed.
Because I don't wear it.
You don't wear it.
On
you too. When I talk to you, I don't hear you talking from a place of where you were before. Right. If you hear me, you're not going to hear me talking or even moving the same.
I respect that.
That's what I'm talking about. If you are moving that way, I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going behind that shit because you're letting me know what your mentality is right now. Right. I'm talking about new stuff.
Right.
We can sit down at a conversation and have a conversation because there were other things that I felt like was worth a conversation for. And when we talk about it, we can laugh at the dumb shit we used to do. That's all I'm saying. But if you're still doing dumb shit, you in your pictures throwing up middle fingers and doing dumb shit, I am not going to be like, oh my God, you're a fuck nigga? Like, I'm not going to do that.
No,
That's dumb. We too old to be doing dumb shit.
I understand. When you get in a relationship with somebody, do you think that it is on you to help the person be a better person?
Like, do you want a project?
Yeah.
I don't. I've had projects. I have worked on projects. Go ahead.
We're all projects.
What I mean is.
So I take that back.
We're works in progress. But is it on you if you're dealing with somebody? Is it on you to help them become a better person?
I mean, not as an obligation, it's a necessity, but it should be one that is organic. Okay. It should be like, if I notice, like when we first started this, and I was like, Chula, I don't know, whatever. And you was just like, no, you got. I was about to pass it off, like Chula, because I'm not used to being this exposed and shit like that. And you was just like, no. That was just like this. It was not a conversation afterwards. Right. I'm bringing it up for the first time now. Right. So that would be the dynamic that I would have to have in any relationship. Right.
It has to be like a trust factor where you first of all, you feel vulnerable enough to allow this person to tell you that what you should do and what you shouldn't do.
Right. Defense coming
right, and usually that comes you already in deep with this person for that wall to be tore down. So you already know this is a good person. I can deal with this person. So then that's how the trust is established. Right, and so later comes the advice and all of those things.
But you got to be consistent and providing that stability. That thing that says
and I think that's one thing that
should be the word. We ain't talking about money enough.
Well, money. But that's one thing that men always like continually have to do as far as like
I agree.
Making sure our mental is good, so y'all mental is good.
I feel like
both mentals should be good.
It should be equal. It should be equal in a way that both parties are committed to growth within themselves.
100%.
You cannot depend on the person. They just can contribute jewels. They can they can give you the water and the fertilizer if you all dried out or whatever.
Right.
But it does have to be a commitment to personal growth.
Yeah, you can't make a puzzle of broken pieces.
My thing is with that is that's a good. I like that.
Yeah. So take that into the banks. I'll let y'all have that.
Everyone should. I know I harp on self-sufficiency.
You should.
But if you get yourself right, you should not depend on your partner to get yourself right. Like this, that's too much pressure on one person. Like we're supposed to be adding to one another.
I agree.
And maintaining that.
You're right, 100%. 100%. Do y'all think that gender roles are put in place? Do y'all think it's for the betterment or the detriment of people? Because sometimes gender roles could fuck up a good thing because you have these expectations of what a man should do, and if he doesn't meet them all the way, then you may throw him back to the streets. But he may be for real. But he may be a good person. I know I used to do that. Like when I was younger, I had like expectations of what a woman should do, not realizing this is a human being, so they're not always gonna be on that time.
That's where, so just like when we're talking about money, and I feel like there are certain things that should just be natural, and that's the only time it can work. There's a balance. I feel like that's there. However, I'm not taking out the trash. We can rock, paper, scissors, the toilet, because I don't like that shit neither. I have to do it.
Somebody got to do that shit. Somebody
we can rock. That ain't no gender role.
Yeah.
Cooking, like I taught my ex-husband how to cook. Now he cooks certain shit better than me, and that's just a little like I feel like that's where the teamwork comes in. You're not feeling like it today, baby. Like normally you cook, I'm gonna go ahead and cook.
Right.
I feel like there's certain things that have become a conversation amongst, especially the black community, that breaks my heart because I feel like we're so much better. A tribe is a tribe. We're known for our tribes for a reason, and that goes outside of just our single unit families, our dad, mom, brother, sister, that shit. It's literally like, okay, when dad, mom are working, we got grandma that don't even have our blood, but she over there because we're taking care, and that's the mentality I feel like we should have, and we have deduced or been reduced to this shit. Like divide and conquer is a real thing because look at the basics of shit that we're talking about, because you got fragile ego, masculine and feminine, we all possess the same.
That's what I was, not to interrupt you, but we are two different genders. Like men are naturally stronger than women because y'all have more testosterone. And I don't know, I think it was like set like way, way, way back in the day, like the men are stronger, so they gonna go hunt and bring the food back.
Right. And then you cook the food because I'm tired of hunting. So shit, you gonna make me hunt and cook? It's like, you can at least start the fire for me. Like I done got a whole fucking hog on my shoulder, and then you chilling on the rock, and I get this shit started at least.
But I'm
like
pretty and I want to get my nails done.
Shit.
But lionesses hunt. Okay.
Lionesses do everything.
Right.
Well, no,
she's
they don't.
a Leo, if y'all don't know yet. I'm sure she said it only like 75 times.
Well, the male lion, he protects everybody.
Like, and that's a perfect example.
And that nigga leave his children. Like you don't want to.
Don't
shake the family around the lion. He leave his kids after he have them.
And after he leave them, if she gets another mate, he'll try to kill the older son, so she's got to kill him.
Holy moly!
The whole lion
dynamic
pride has to killed.
and get wicked.
The guy. So I think that's a perfect example because I feel like you have to do what's best for you and your family, your
100%.
dynamic, your village, your tribe.
100%.
You have to do what's best, and it ain't up to nobody else. All I'm saying is balance is the key to everything. So whatever your balance is within your tribe, that's what you do.
Balance.
And who can give a fuck about what other people say?
Right, y'all make the decision to do what y'all gonna do. Like you can't let society be like, oh, the man gotta do this and the woman gotta do that. Whatever works best for y'all.
So if you got a village full of birds and they want somebody to just like
throw bread at the
pigeons. It's like, yeah, can I have some more bread? It's like, bitch, you gotta get it from somewhere. What are you doing? You don't even know what to do with it.
yeah. But at the end of the day, this life is a balance, and then so you need both to operate properly. So each person should be be able to hold your own, so you can be able to hold a home.
Oh shit, that's the rapper in Chula.
Yeah. Wordplay.
What's the next question, Jess? It's 4:44.
Shout out to Hove.
So do y'all feel like this is a true statement? I made this up, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think we'll be able
Drop
to
some
tell.
gems. Yeah.
Jess's statement.
Drop some gems on us.
Men need to be needed and women want to be wanted.
Women are needed. That's how babies get here.
I mean, we're all needed, but what she's basically
we put more emphasis.
Yeah, like, can I interpret what you're saying basically? So,
please
if a man doesn't feel needed, as far as if you don't make him feel like he is necessary in the equation, then he will leave or he will lash out because, like, okay, I'm out then. And a woman, if you ever gets to the point where you're neglecting her or making her feel like you don't want her, she will do the same. She will lash out or she will leave. Like,
she will leave.
That's just the nature. Yeah, that's just the nature of how we build. So I agree with
I get it.
What can you break down the difference between need and want?
You do it.
No, I
mean, I think people know the difference between need and want, but
I didn't think we had to talk about it.
I mean, just for the people.
I'm just.
For the
birds.
Like Shakayla was saying, I think both are needed, but women they need to know that you want them. They know that they're needed already. You know
we have wounds.
Exactly. So we already have it established.
You already know.
So it's like, I want you to be here because you want to be here.
Because you want to be here.
And I am the person that is on the receiving end of
right.
why you want to be here.
And not for nothing, we've pursued you already. So you know we need you.
Exactly. No, need first, and now we're talking about one. So now that you're here, I want to know that you still like me. Like, you still think I'm pretty.
Yeah, it's reassurance. It's a constant reassurance.
Right.
Because I think that's where we can fall short as men when we don't constantly.
Because we wouldn't be there if we didn't want y'all. So now, do we?
It's the thing. Like,
a weird thing.
It's a thing where a man has to continue reassuring his woman that he wants her.
So I'm about to talk my big girl shit.
Go ahead, sis.
We got a whole night dedicated to this. It's coming up with this women, but
dramatic pause. Pregnant pause.
Pregnant pause. So, women, y'all want to be needed, right? Mm-hmm. If we make you feel like we need y'all, it's because you made us feel like you wanted us.
Right.
We don't. I won't say need y'all because that is disrespectful in the context that I know it's going to be taken. But what I'm saying is, the way that you can feel needed, we're allowing you to feel that way.
That's exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Because
y'all want to be wanted because that's what it boils down to. It's not even need, it's want.
No.
When you boil it down, like as far as if you want to get technical, as far as continuing the population of the earth.
Oh, well then that, yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
But I thought we healthy relationships.
No, we both need each other. We don't have to deal with each other if we're talking about relationship. It all
not need.
But in the context of what she's talking about, as far as the continuation of the relationship and everybody being happy.
That's what I thought we was talking about.
That's what we're talking about. But you still have to make a man feel needed, and you have to make a woman feel wanted.
A man feel needed.
Right, because I was having a conversation with my little cousin about like sometimes you just have to make the man make him feel like he made the decision. Even if he didn't. Like if you knew how to fix something, but you wanted to make him feel important, like, yo, just give him that.
My mom's telling me that.
Right, sometimes, stay out of it.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Let him figure it out. Let him figure it out because, look, I'm the man at the end of the day. It may be a little toxic, but it's like, all right, if I'm here, like, don't call no other man to do what you know I can do.
Oh well, yeah, no, it's certain shit that is just on some G shit. Like that's your nigga, like that's your man, not your nigga. That's your man. That's your.
But you know that though. That's the thing. You know that.
So you're talking about so I thought that we were talking about like just straight lines. You're talking about within your home and your dynamic and your sanctuary. Yeah. It's so many unwritten rules that just go on. Yeah. Okay, I thought you meant just like ideally like when you're setting up the structure.
Oh no,
you're talking about an established,
yeah, because you have to continue the peace and the happiness in the relationship.
Sometimes people like, that nigga over there going off, I'm gonna let him have it, or like, or it's just like, can you do this for me? And meanwhile, if
I knew how to do it,
because it's an ego boost.
I had to fix it.
Yeah, it's an ego boost when a man does something for his woman and you thank him, and it's an ego boost for y'all. It's like, damn, y'all look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you look good. It's a
when
difference.
It's so many IG models.
Yeah, like
shit.
Yeah,
you want me?
I picked you, right? Exactly. That's what it is. No.
I feel
you.
I'm just playing having fun right now.
Yeah, no doubt. But no, I like that.
All right, what else we got, Jess?
So, I wanted to touch on this too about women.
You trying to get me drunk?
Money.
Women in leadership roles now.
In the workplace or just like in general? I mean, what else? Because leadership roles in the house would be unfortunate.
I mean, shit. Leadership in the workplace.
It's time to read.
Okay, so I agree that there should be leadership in the workplace. I think it's just a difference in the way that it's led. I think sometimes men may lead it with ego. And so
most definitely.
That may be good or bad depending on the situation.
What the task is.
Right, and I think women may look at it a different way. Which sometimes you need to shake it up and bring a different perspective in to get something done properly.
And I provide balance.
Right. And I know a lot of actions between men are competition based. So
kissing contest.
Right.
No, whose dick is bigger?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Because if it's big,
same thing.
We
ain't getting back on that shit. I done caught hell between y'all 30-minute dick conversations.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Why I let them talk about dicks the whole time? Like, bro, I didn't let them talk about anything. But moving on. Moving on. But I feel like it's important to have women leadership in employment areas because honestly, it ain't no stopping it. Y'all gonna do it.
What are you gonna do about it?
It ain't no stopping it.
And I feel like once they're okay, so not for everybody, and you can tell the differences because it's usually the quieter man that when he says something, everybody listening. Not the one that's got to be like, well, I said, like that's the fragile male ego shit.
I need the room. So
once your presence should do that. That's kind of I like. So anyway, I think that. There's no stopping it. I feel like that there should be both the feminine and masculine energy in anything, the yin and yang, in anything, and then once that's fully established, it doesn't have a choice but to succeed. Right. So if you got a bunch of black and
what?
Anyway, nothing. Balance is the key, and I feel like we
a bunch of masculine energy.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even like going nowhere when it's all men.
Right.
Unless I'm just kicking it with the homies. If I go anywhere, I'm like, yo, where the women?
Yeah.
This is saucy.
Need a balance.
Yeah, where the women? Because now it's like it's like a awkward competition between y'all niggas, and I don't ever want to feel like I'm in competition with y'all. Like I come here to do my job.
Unless you're building and you're on the same level, but that is not typically how you all meet. Same with like I've been in rooms with women where it was like we're talking about building shit, we're laughing, like we don't have to be appropriate and not be, you know, we could cuss and laugh about certain shit. We could talk about our husband, and we know that is like a healing ground. I've also been amongst women when they finally get me out the fucking house, and they're talking about other people and other women and other situations.
Like
it's
Caddy,
just like
we ain't here for that.
I would leave. I have literally left situations like that because it's just like y'all ain't talking about shit.
But you notice the difference in both genders' behavior when both are in the room together, because the conversations and it's different. You present the best of yourselves when the other gender is in the room.
But if it's a facade, does it matter?
Nah, because it doesn't always have to be a facade. The best of you isn't a facade. It's just the best of you that I'm showing. Like, I don't want to show you 100% of me. I'm going to show you the best 25%. You know what I'm saying? Like in this instance,
I got you. I'll
right?
Take
What I'm
it.
saying.
I know I could. Yeah.
Like, because put you like this. Like, what you talk about at home is not what you're going to talk about at the kickback. Like when there's guys there, all that shit. But when you're home with your girlfriends and y'all talk about certain shit, it's not going to be the same conversation. It's not going to be the same energy.
Maybe I feel like that's why the conversation is wasted, because I feel like it should be. Unless it's just none of your fucking business. That's different. Like, and even super personal stuff. Maybe that's I just now started going out and being amongst a bunch of group of people or whatever. But when I am, y'all might be talking about some shit, and we gonna talk about like I got all this. You got, you know, we gonna end up talking about true shit. I don't know how to do a lot of fluff, like, oh my god, girl.
Small talk and shit like that.
Yeah, I do not do well with that. I will go blank and walk the fuck away. Cause it's just like, ew, y'all drawing my eyeballs out.
No, I get it, but I just, to make a blanket statement, I think each gender presents the best of themselves when they're amongst each other.
I agree, and to be considered, I do feel like the way that happens is when you're on the same vibration as the whatever gender, they can offer a clean, pure intention masculine aspect or a balanced feminine and masculine aspect from a man's perspective, and vice versa. That's when, like, I had offers to be like, I'm sorry, I can only speak from my perspective, but I had, like, I've been in group situations where it's like, oh yeah, you're our friend, and I was like, okay, and I never showed up again. But when I was amongst you guys, it was like, I like it here. I had my little adjustment phase where it was like, I don't know if I want this many people around me. I don't know if I want. And then it got to a point where it's like, I don't have to question y'all's intentions, even though like all of us, we all think differently, but we were all still on the same wavelength of growth, pure intentions, loving each other.
Because it's an acceptance thing as well. Like, and that's another thing. That's another aspect that has to be present for that environment to thrive. Like, even with women leadership in the workplace, it has to be an acceptance for both sides.
And some men can't rock with it. They you know.
But that's an insecurity.
If they're not in charge, they don't trust.
That's an insecurity thing, because, like, honestly, if I don't know something, I have no problem being educated, whether it's man or woman. It doesn't really matter, because I'm not insecure. But if you're dealing with somebody who's insecure, they're gonna take it as a problem if a woman.
Fragile egos.
Right.
Well, some can say women are more emotional than men. I don't think that. I think men are emotional just as the same. They just don't show it.
Sometimes they do.
Some do.
I mean, yeah.
Calm down, relax.
I think actually men are more sensitive to their emotions than women.
Because they don't get told that they can feel them as much, I think.
We aren't told to show our emotions. We're not told to, like, cry. Like, it's okay to cry. And
it is okay.
And it is. And
not all the time. I don't want to cry, baby.
But see, that's the fine line, because
balance.
Women too. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Go do something about it. Why are you crying at me? That's not gonna help shit.
No, I understand, but a lot of the emotional is accepted more from women than it is from men. Y'all don't want no crying ass man.
If he lost his mom, if he went through a hardship, these are things. Yeah, those are like, come here, like.
But what if he's just tired?
What if it's a Tuesday It's a regular Tuesday, Shakayla. Nothing. I'm tired. I'm about to break down, and I'm in tears. You don't want no.
I'm gonna be like, what happened? If you just be like, everybody's mean to me, then I'm like, bruh.
But you know the difference. But you know the difference. If a woman comes in like that, then we're going to.
Jessica, what would I say? If a woman came,
that's because you're a woman.
Like, everybody mean to me.
That's because you're a woman. I'm talking about as a man. If I'm a man and my girl comes in and say everybody's being mean to me at my job, and
you gonna listen.
I gotta sit there and listen to all that bullshit. Like it's life. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that.
You
can.
I would.
No, you can't.
My nigga better say that to my man.
Hell, now you know good. Not today.
He better say
I may say it when you finish crying. But now
like you was tripping.
Yeah, now you know that was some bullshit, right?
I don't get that.
You know that's some bullshit. But in the moment, you have to console the crying woman. But as a man, woman.
I actually would like that because you are 100% vulnerable. If you can cry to
that one time you like it.
Maybe a few.
I
don't want it every week.
She would get on my nerves if I were a man. She would get on my fucking nerves. Like, all right, bitch, you cry about everything.
I don't like a complaining ass person.
Like, why are you? I don't let my kids whine. So, go ahead, get it out. Now tell me what's up. Let's figure out a solution. Because do you just want to be sad? Yeah. Do you just want to be mad?
I understand.
But I get not to dismiss what you were saying.
No, I understand.
It is looked at differently.
It really is.
But if you already established yourself as a man that is trying and building himself, and you are the man that I respected enough to trust me, and then my comes with.
Right.
Then
I would love that.
Break down and cry. Everybody die. Come here. Come here and lay down and baby, what's up? What you need? What's up? What can make I'm just But you can't start off. I've had men. I don't even know why I attract these men, but there are certain men that are obviously emotionally unstable sometimes, and so they'll come in and they'll see a safe place, and they'll just be like, I just cry all the time. Or it comes off of as like hyper masculinity. I'm not willing. I don't want nothing to do with that. I've done it before. I am good. It is draining.
That you say you cry all the time.
I cry all the time.
That's what they say to you.
That's what they say.
But you're confirming what I'm saying.
What?
We don't want that.
You don't want that.
Do you?
No, but what I'm saying is for a woman, it is more accepted because it's like, okay, it's accepted that you're emotional because you're a woman. It may be any number of things happening to you that I could accept that you crying today, tomorrow, whenever. But as a man, no woman, because we're a symbol of strength, right? In a relationship.
I don't feel like it's that black and white.
No, but we are more. We're more animal sometimes than anything else.
More primitive.
We're primitive. So if you see the leader of your relationship crying, it's like a sense of all the time. It's like a sense of weakness. So you're gonna look at him differently, and that's what we have to deal with. So sometimes we may be going through hell up here, but for everything to look good, we can't tell you. You know what I mean?
Talk about it, but why are you crying all the time?
Yeah, but no, you're right. But
it could be a lie.
We might cry in the car. White fake come in the house and
No.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like we're kind of talking about different stages of the same thing. I am not. If you are my baby and you feel like crying, you are my baby. You are my baby first and foremost. So all that strength and everything else and everything that you. That was established before you became mine. Right. I saw your strength in places that there might have been weaknesses or whatever, because you felt like you as a whole man deserve to be who you are, like what resonates with you. I'm not strong because I feel like I gotta be. I'm strong because I want to be. You know what I mean? So a man that's already done that, that's how you even became mine. So now that we're here now, if you're crying, I know something is fucked up. Something happened. And I want to hear all about it. Don't you dare cry in that car. I will come and get you. You get what I'm saying? So I think we're talking about different levels of different things. A man that I've sought for, he won't be mine. Because I need to know what got you to the point of crying, and then what part did you play in it, and what are you trying to do to fix it? Oh, you a crybaby. Yeah,
you a crybaby. Nobody wants a crybaby. Now I get that. I understand.
Man or woman.
Man or woman. I do the same thing with females. I will not answer your call again after I tell you how to fix it, and you keep coming back doing the same dumb shit.
And that's how I feel. That's how I feel about people who aren't solution based. Like.
That's it.
Because not for nothing, I talk to my sister all the time. I'm like, yo, I don't want you to talk to me just to whine. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna naturally try to figure out a solution, and if you don't want a solution, just don't bring it to me, because that's how I'm built. Like, I need to
wipe
find
your
a
tears,
solution.
here's a tissue. What's the solution?
Right. I need to find a solution in your problem. So if you're not trying to find one, don't even bring it to
And
me.
complaining without a solution, or complaining without looking for a solution, is whining, like you said. So it's just kind of like, don't wait. I would never waste your time that way. Do I get sad? Do I get lonely? Do I get all the emotions that you are getting? Yes. I'm not saying I'm better. What I'm saying is, on this vibration, we not whining over here. I don't play that. Because if you decide to do that without finding a solution or even entertaining the fact that you can have one, then at this point you're committed to the problem.
Right.
Not
They
the
like
solution.
being in that.
You like being sad because why? It gives you attention.
Right.
I don't know. I don't need attention. I don't have to have that. In fact, too much of it scares the shit out of me. Can you please stop looking at me? Like that kind of shit.
Right. And it's that whole thing. You know how I know it's a thing, that whole term damsel in distress? Like,
that's a thing.
But that's where
Right.
it goes
You're
back
right.
to men
He's
need to be
right.
needed, because if it's a woman
It's
who
the woman for attention.
needs you,
wants
like,
it.
oh,
And
let
the
me
man-
save her.
that's all it is.
And it became, so maybe we just slow as fuck, because our grandparents, like, no, these terminologies have been put in place for a reason. Maybe we're just not dissecting them.
Certain things they were doing were right, but certain things they were doing were unhealthy.
Very unhealthy.
As generations progress, we should just recognize the good and the bad.
I think we're doing that in our generation.
100%. Even with this dialogue, we're trying to figure out the good and the bad.
Like, let's unpack this shit and figure out. And that's what I wanted for this whole podcast. Like, I wanted us to be able, above, like, any of our social anxiety, if we have it, whatever. I'm not, that's not our job. But
I think everybody has anxiety from time to time.
I wanted us to be able to have these conversations that we're having as a battle, like on memes and shit, and it's like this narrative being portrayed. It's like, well, what did you do? What did you do? Like, we all come from a place of, there are traumatic things that happen as Black Americans. Before any other Black people, Black Americans, we have our own shit to unpack. We come for greatness, and we were treated like slaves. Imagine what's in between that. That's a broad ass spectrum.
Yeah.
So to be able to unpack it like we just did, I feel like that's dope.
Yeah. 100%.
I also want to point out that a relationship should be a safe place for both parties.
I agree.
Right.
It should not be the man doing everything for the woman or the woman doing everything for the man. It should be an equal playing ground.
Right. Because eventually that's going to crumble.
It's going to crumble.
It's not a solid foundation. The foundation should be security. You like that?
Right.
You like that?
And
Jess?
stability.
You like
Stability.
that? Money
For both parties.
You still got to
The man should feel stable as well as the woman. It can't be, the man just providing all the stability.
They committed to growth, because I feel like at some point it's inevitable for you to be with someone for decades and you not grow. And one person maybe at a different pace, but if you're both committed to growth, if you say something that makes sense to me that I never thought of before, I love being a teacher as much as I love being a student. Like, I had a guy that said, Shakayla, I don't think you realize how much you teach or whatever, and I'm just like, I appreciate the same thing from you, because I like to learn. Like, that's my love language.
A teacher was once a student, so I mean, you got
Exactly.
Chicken before the egg.
Yeah. So that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that all we got today? What we got today?
Are
we wrapping it up?
Are we wrapping it up?
We're wrapping it up. I just wanted to make sure both genders were on the same page, even though that's our perspective.
She's God. She is Jesus.
I just want to make sure that people are working as a team.
Yeah, it has to be team.
I hope that's the conversation we could at least get started. Like, we all think differently, but the same way, like, it's nothing that you guys said that I disagree with, and I kind of think it's just a conversation, and hopefully this encourages more of that, less of the divide and conquer agenda that was put on us.
Yes.
Because we know, like, the cause of it was never our fault.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is have this more.
Less division, more addition.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We all are a tribe.
Yes.
We are over here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. But let's wrap it up. All right, so y'all, thank you for listening. This has been very cathartic. This is our second time doing it. This one was way better. I love her. That's a tribe. So we will
balance.
Yeah.
So we will see y'all the next time when we're back at it again.
Like, subscribe,
yes,
share,
share. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. We're Black
Black
Birds.
Bye.